In this video, we will learn about a purchase order amendment. Before a purchase order amendment creation, so this is the report of purchase order for which a modification has to be done. And so, this is the item which we have picked. Now to do amendment, just check the quantity and unit cost which is going to be updated. As of now, I picked the item called as tire, for which you are going to do amendment at the quantity and cost, which will be of 1 and 350. So for creating, let's log in as our purchase user. For that, move on to your login page. So here you will be logging in as a purchase user. Click on login. Click on purchase. Now navigate to your purchase order amendment. So here purchase order amendment is a formal modification made to an existing purchase order to reflect changes in terms, quantity, price, delivery schedule, payment terms or other details agreed upon between the buyer and the supplier. A purchase order amendment, which means making changes to an already issued purchase order without cancelling and creating a new one. It's used when some details of the original purchase order need correction, update or modification after it has been released up. So in order to do amendment, click on this yellow icon, and so a purchase order amendment consists of two, which is of single amendment and close shut and bulk close shut auto. So single amendment is nothing but you're making changes to one specific purchase order, for example update quantity, price or delivery date. When it's of your bulk close shut, so closing a multiple purchase order at once, which is of usually unused, expired or fully served as your purchase orders instead of closing them one by one. So now you'll be picking up a single amendment close shut. So here you have your location ID, unit, purchase order amendment date, which can be elected up, and you have your purchase order amendment prefix, and then you have a purchase order amendment number. So here you will be electing a purchase order prefix for which document you are going to do an amendment. So I am picking this one, that's of 2526000013 document, so that your purchase order number will get updated. And you have your purchase order revision, your buyer, and so your supplier ID consists of your supplier name, have a currency, so reference which of editable can be given up. So since it's on progress, the status will be at draft. When the document has been moved up to the next person who will be a supervisor for review. So at the time it will be of entry completed. After approving the document, the status will become as approved. So after giving all such details, click on save. And now you will be adding up your purchase order line. So the item which you are going to do the amendment, you will be electing up here, and now click on OK, so that it will be fetched up. So here you have a line changes, charge item, general, TNC, that's terms and conditions and notes. Here line changes is nothing but represents the item wise details in the purchase order, that's a product, service, quantity, rate or delivery date, etc. that may be amended. When it's of your charge item, it refers to the additional cost components linked to the purchase order, such as freight, packing, insurance, installation charges, etc., which can be updated or added during your amendment. When it comes to a general, it covers your overall purchase order information, that's of not an item specific, like purchase order date. It comes of your supply details, currency, payment terms, delivery address, and so on. Then comes your terms and conditions. It defines the legal, commercial and operational conditions governing the PO. For example, your warranty, penalty clauses, written policy, etc. Amendments here or adjust contractual terms. When comes of notes, it's of internal or external remarks or comments related to the purchase order, such as your special instructions for your supplier, internal approvals or clarifications. So now I'll be moving on to your line changes. And here after the item has been fetched up, it consists of your pending purchase order quantity. So the quantity of items yet to be received against your PO, that's of balance quantity. Then you have a in progress. Then it's a CLS quantity, that's of closed quantity, the quantity marked as closed in PO, that's no further receipt is expected for this quantity. Then you have a receipt quantity, the quantity of items already received against the PO. Have a then it consists of your old quantity, the original quantity defined in your purchase order before the amendment, which you have shown in our purchase order as 2. And so the new quantity, that's a revised quantity after your amendment. And so my new quantity I'm giving us 1. And then have your old cost, that's of old unit cost, the original unit price per item before the amendment. And so my new unit cost is 350, which I am giving. So this is updated unit price item after the amendment. Then it consists of your old discount amount, new discount amount, and the old required date, new required date. So the detail consists of your discounts and tax details at both of your lines. And then have a reference of GL account and CPC. It's a cost and profiting center. Then when you click on this preview cost, it shows a preview tab which consists of your purchase amount, discount amount, tax amount, gross amount, and total amount. When you click on this location detail, it holds up the address of your ship from, bill to, and ship to, where you can have a check at it. After giving all such details, click on save. And so this action bin is for deleting this line. If you do not want to proceed this line, you can give this delete option, that's of bin. And now click on post. And so the document will get forwarded for review to a supervisor, who is here, a supervisor is Kaushik. So he will be having a review of the document and will forward the document for approval. So now click on OK. And so the document has been forwarded to a supervisor. Now you will be logging in as our supervisor. So this is a login page of a supervisor Kaushik. So click on this bell icon, click on approvals. Here you have the document, it's been waiting for the action. So now click on this detail icon. After having a review of the document, click on approve. So that the document will get forwarded to our manager, who will be approving the document. Here our manager is Vimal. Now click on OK. Now log in as a manager. So this is a login page of our manager. Click on this bell icon, go to approvals. Now click on this detail icon. Have a review of your new quantity and new cost, whether it's been updated up. And now click on approve. Click on OK. And so the document has been approved. Now move to the purchase user. Let's check the status of it. Let's search by giving your document number and click on search. And so now the status has been changed from draft to approved after the approval from our manager. Now let's go and check it at our purchase order. For that, move on to your purchase and you have your purchase order. Give your purchase order number. And so it's been updated at your CS quantity and unit cost, which we have done the amendment. So this is how you will be doing your purchase order amendment. Thank you for watching.